Drake Riggs here with Chael Sonnen, the American gangster himself, at the World MMA Awards. He's the host, man. So how exciting is that for you? Is it fun to do, the hosting duties?
To host the show?
Yeah.
I think you mean to save the show, okay?
Right,
it's not as though anybody was going to watch until I showed up. They all owe me a big thank you. Yourself included,
Yes,
Drake.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So Chael, obviously it's always fun. Many categories to choose from. Do you have kind of one that you look at the most that you're like, I'm very curious to see how that shakes out? There's so many great contenders, like most fun category,
Sure.
I guess.
Sure. So I despise award shows, and not this one, but I just mean the idea of getting a bunch of elitists together in a little elite party, and then it's very arrogant. But I watch the CMAs. The CMAs, and I watch it for one reason, to see who the entertainer of the year is. I feel as though our entertainer of the year is whoever the male athlete of the year for this year. The male athlete of the year, probably the most coveted prize.
Yeah, definitely fair to say. And in your opinion, who would that be? I'm going to put you on the spot there.
Oh, Kamaru Usman.
Okay.
Yeah, I really think so. And I think you should give a real look to Chimaev as well. I just like the whole gimmick and back-to-back, and he came off the illness and he got through it. But I really think that's probably my pick. He's up for it. He's nominated.
Yeah, exactly. So, Chael, last time we met each other, man, was at Submission Underground. I think it was, let's say, 18 or 20 before the pandemic. So I want to ask, man, is there any development in getting back to the Roseland? How's things on that front? I know it's tough.
So we have a different production space now. It's basically our version of the Apex. And that's where we've been doing events. I think that's probably where we're going to stay. Submission Underground's really caught fire, and the pandemic in many ways helped to get us some attention. And at any rate, I don't know that we'll be going back to the Roseland.
Okay. Will I be able to go to these, though?
You can get in,
Okay,
because you know somebody.
Yeah.
Me.
There we go. And Chael, I'm sure you've been asked about this already. I've yet to hear your opinion, though, so I got to ask, what do you make of the DC versus DC stuff on commentary? Cruz and Cormier in particular. I'm sure you heard those comments.
Hey, some of the great drama of the week, quite frankly. I was a little surprised. Look, Dominick Cruz does not back down from anything, and if he thinks there's a battle there, he's going to take it head on. I was a little surprised. Quite frankly, I saw it the way Daniel saw it, which is, if you need to say this to me, say it in private. Don't embarrass me.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing, but it seems like they worked it out. They talked right after, so nothing too personal.
Michael Bisping served as a bouncer for that. Did you watch that piece?
I did.
I had to fast forward it. It made me a little bit uneasy, but I am glad that they got through it. They're both great guys.
Yes, definitely. But as for tomorrow, Chael, we do have UFC 269, very exciting, plenty of great fights. I want to talk to you about the co-main event because, Amanda Nunes, very big favorite, I think rightfully so at this point, the GOAT, right? But do you think that we're at that point where we need to see Valentina and Nunes 3? Because Dana doesn't seem very interested. They seem like whatever about it. How do you feel?
I'm not that interested. I think the one thing that Valentina is the only one calling for that fight for obvious reasons. Amanda's already not done it once but done it twice. The only part that the bullet is missing is nobody cared the first two times. And I don't say that to be like a jerk. We just weren't interested in the fight. That is not a main event fight now. And if you're going to do one of these super fights or a big legacy type match, I think that you should wait. You got to play that card at the right time. I don't think it's now. I don't think it's going to be ever. And you got to understand, there's two queens right now. Those ladies are so dominant. They are the most dominant women within the sport. They're the most dominant athletes within the sport. And what we like having that. We don't need to see one of our heroes fall, and that's what that match would represent. We like to think that two people are invincible and bulletproof. Let us have our imagination, Valentina.
Totally fair. And also on the card is Sean O'Malley, who's obviously making plenty. He's got plenty of hype for multiple reasons, but picking fights with everybody. I'm sure you're kind of fond of that, but what do you make of him setting things up down the road potentially?
Yeah, Sugar Sean, I think it's fun. I like everything he's doing. He's the, what do you call it? He is the champion of the unranked. I'm into the whole thing. I don't give a damn what you're ranked. I don't even know how to find out. I don't know where the rankings are or who does them or what rules or policy they follow. I wouldn't call them corrupt, but they certainly don't offer any validity. However, I do care where your placement on the card is, and I care how close to that main event you've built yourself. So I think that Sean's doing everything right. I love it. I think that people should be studying Sean, not trying to criticize him.
Fair enough, man. All right, Chael, I will let you get on with the duties for the rest of the night. Always a pleasure, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, sir. I'll see you when I see you.
I appreciate you, and if you ever do want to come to SUG, you're in.
I would love to. I
Take
want to
care,
get
bro.
back there.